Like, anything I can't obtain by myself, bro, is not worth obtaining at all, bro. And that's really the sad reality of it all, bro. If you can't do some shit yourself, bro, do not expect other people to be there for you, bro. So, that's all I have to say, bro. For streaming a year or two, I'll make it by myself. Sure, I'll do collabs here and there, but I'll be my own person, bro. I won't have to rely on no collabs, no nothing to grow, bro. You know, I want to do this shit myself, bro. Genuinely sucks, I'm always in second place, bro. And it infuriates me so much because, bro, if I was aiming for second place, I would be happy, but fuck, dude. I want to be that number one spot, bro. I don't want to be second. I don't want to be average. I want to be the very best there is, bro. And I want to look the very best I can, but I can't, bro. And it really just makes me mad, bro, because it's like, dude, it's all I think about every day, all day, bro. And it's the one thing I can't physically grasp, bro. I've achieved everything I set my life out to do, bro. I've gotten the money. I've had a girlfriend. I've had I have had a sexual relationship, but it's like, dude, looking good is the one thing that I've never been able to achieve in life, bro, and it really just pisses me off because, bro, there are so many people who look better than me, bro, and I genuinely am tired of being in second place, bro. I want to be the very best I possibly can, bro. And I thought money would help in that cause, but if anything, it made me more chopped, bro. Like, I wish I could go back to my previous self right now because I just look like a monster now, bro. I'm actually a fucking creature. And it really just amazes me, bro. Like, fuck, dude. Why, bro? Like, looks might be the one thing that hard work cannot fix, bro. Does that mean I'm gonna give up? Fuck no. But I'll work and 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 work until I get there, bro. Some people might be like aesthetic and have lean ass face, sharp ass jawline at like 20% body fat, but if that means I get that 8%, fuck you, bro. I'll work harder than anyone has to work to get there, bro. All my life, all I did was rely on other people, bro, I think it's about time I stop relying on people, bro, and just do some shit for myself, Get myself out there, if I fail, I fail, bro, and at least I'll know I tried. At least I'll know I've tried, and yeah, bro, feel me? Starting this day forward, bro, never again will I rely on another person. I will achieve everything solo in life, bro. Like, the more you rely on other people, the more you just get upset and get ran and trampled, bro. From this day forward, bro, never again will I rely on another person. Bro, this shit sound so fucking crazy. No one will believe me, bro. Like, right after that shit where I was talking about I'll never trust another person again, or I'll never rely on another person again, bro. Literally, literally 30 minutes after I recorded that video, bro. Tell me why I was gonna link this girl, bro, right? So we lose our FaceTime. I was talking to her. I was like, oh, yeah, like, where should I meet you, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, yo, let me show you this shit I saw on TikTok, right? And dude, and on FaceTime, there's this new option where it says, request the other person to share their screen. And I was like, yo, just click yes, because I thought it was maybe some funny shit, She was about to like scroll on TikTok or some shit like that, and it says request to share screen. I click on that shit. I was like, yo, click yes real quick so you can see my screen. And then she clicks yes. And then she was like, I don't see anything that's on the FaceTime. So I asked her, I was like, oh, wait, really? And then I was like, hold on, let me use the bathroom real quick. I'll pretend to use the bathroom thinking, oh, what's the worst she can do? She'll just scroll on TikTok, maybe text her friends. Make sure she don't get like kidnapped and shit, bro. Be like, yo, if I don't check up on you, you know, do this or that. And you know, I thought it was some normal shit like that, bro. Yo, what I was not prepared for is, holy fuck, dude. Like, when this screen was sharing, yo, I swear to God, bro. Like, oh my God, if only, bro. Like, fuck, dude. If only I was able to take a picture, bro. I should have took a fucking picture, bro. Like, oh my God, dude. It was on FaceTime, right? And, dude, I should have recorded that shit, bro. It was messages, right? She was texting somebody. And I'm thinking nothing of it. It's a number that's not saved, so I don't know who it is. Some random number that popped up at the top. And, dude, tell me why. I'm literally on FaceTime with her, right? But yet, she's texting another person. And little do you know what she's texting him? She literally says, I'm so sorry I had to leave early from the park today. And then she says, I'm so sorry that I had to leave so early from the park today. And then the next thing she says, oh my God, you had me so wet. Like, hello? Like, holy fuck, dude. Like, it's some shit that, like, it's so crazy to me, bro. Like, it literally says, I'm sorry I left the park so early today. You had me so wet. And next line, it said, I'm so horny. When can I see you again? Like, holy fuck, dude. Like, I'm actually a fucking monster, bro. And then, you know, this just leads to the question, bro. Like, if I looked like Marlon, would this shit happen? Fuck no. Like, come on, bro. Like, holy shit, dude. Like, it's like, oh my God, dude. Like, I have such a long way to go, bro. Until the day comes where I could finally talk to a female without them talking to someone else, without them doing all that. You know, it would be one thing if she was texting them outside of a FaceTime, but while we was on call FaceTiming, bro, she was texting somebody. Bro, the whole time, I heard her little, like, nail shit, like, tapping on the screen, right? You know how when they have nails, you can, like, hear the screen taps like this? Bro, I was literally hearing that shit. I didn't think much of it, you know? I was thinking maybe she's texting her friends. She texted somebody. I would have never guessed while on FaceTime with me, she would be texting some random dude talking about, I'm so wet right now. Like, it's insane, bro. And then motherfuckers try and tell me, be like, yo, well, why are you trying to look smacks? Oh, you already look good, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you already look average. Oh, you're not chopped, blah, blah, blah. Son, if I really did look good, would this shit be happening right now? Fuck no, bro. And just, yo, oh my fucking God, bro. I'll literally show y'all the text right here. I'm gonna pop up the text right here. It's gonna be up here somewhere. Just so you guys know I'm not bullshitting, bro. I literally, like, I messaged that shit, right? And then to, like, hide my grief and shit, cause that shit really, like, that shit had me heartbroken, bro. I was like, wow, bro. That shit was like, we wasn't dating or nothing, but wow, bro. Like, it's insane, bro. You know, we wasn't dating, so there's nothing I could say about that shit. But you know, it was like it was clear intent. I literally slid up into the DMs saying, "Oh, you're so fine." Like, the I don't know if that clocked her. It made her think, ooh, this guy just wants to be friends. Like, oh my god, dude, like, it's just one thing after another, bro, you know. June 5th, starting this day onward, bro. Never, never, never again will I get rejected, bro. Never again in my life will I rely on another person, bro. Never again in my life will I take shit from other people, bro. Never again will I listen to people saying, "Oh, you're taking this shit too far." Ooh. Like, fuck. Like, this shit really just like, it's insane, bro. And then I called her out, right? I was like, wait. I called her out, right? I was like, wait. So who are you texting? And she was like, what you mean? And I read out the number, right? That was on top of the screen. And then she was like, oh my god, did you just see that? And I was like, yeah. And then she hung up on me. Like, what are we actually doing, bro? Like, this is dead ass just what happens when you're an ugly swamp monster like myself, bro. Like, but when you're chopped, bro, life is dead ass on difficult mode, bro. And bro, to that dude Kenneth, bro, the Kenneth, the TikTok guy, I literally just seen his video that came out yesterday, and it's like, dude, what are the odds, bro? Literally, it's like YouTube is spying on me, bro. It's like the second that shit happened, that video popped on my For You page. I refreshed the page. I was like, ooh, let me just watch something while I eat popcorn. And then I saw the video title where it says, my ex-girlfriend cheated on me with her cousin. I was like, what the fuck? I watched that shit, right? And I was like, holy fuck, bro, this is a real person. And I was seeing on that shit, it said bucket list, quickie in the movie theater, sex in public, nut on face, sex tape, tripod sex tape. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Yo, if that was just the text, imagine what's in the camera roll. Oh, fuck. Hell no, bro. Like, you know, it's really cooked, you know, because you really trust somebody, but you really don't know a person, bro, you know. The more you think you know about a person, the less you actually know, you know, and it really is crazy, you know. Like, and like everything just comes back to looks, Maxim, bro, you know. Would this be happening right now if I looked like Marlon, if I looked like Clive, if I looked like all these handsome, attractive people, you know? And to that avail, bro, you know, like I always say, bro, I want to be the very best looking I can, so that some shit like this never happens again in my entire life, you know? And I'm about to graduate high school, bro. I'm about to go into college, and yeah, bro, it's really like just, it really just like baffles me, you know. It's cooked, bro. That's all I can say, you know. And yeah, bro. I had my prom literally yesterday, or not yesterday, 2 days ago, and they were doing interviews at prom. It was like, where do you see yourself in a year or two? And you know, I told them I was going to be streaming, and I was going to be one of the top streamers in a year or two, bro. And you know, to get there, I have my own methods. You know, once I'm in college, I'll have so much more free time. I'll literally I'll work my whole day and life and put my all into the streaming shit, bro, you know. And yeah, bro, feel me? Like, I will make the streaming shit work, even if it's the last thing I do, you know. And yeah, bro, I want to be a streamer because, bro, like, I just want to show to people like what millions and millions of people are going through, you know. And it's like crazy, you know. I could be going through this shit, but just to imagine the amount of people at home who go through way worse than me, bro. Like, it's really crazy, you know. And them people, you know, they don't really have a voice, you know. So um, if I make it a streamer, you know, I want to be able to use my platform, you know, to spread this idea of mental health, you know, because y'all can see in my other videos, bro, like, I'm clearly not right in the head, bro, you know. I got a lot of issues, and, you know, it comes from my own denial of wanting to seek out therapy, you know. I don't want to rely on other people, feel me? And going to a therapist is basically relying on another person to help me get over my problems, and, you know, I don't trust that shit, because it's like, if you're seeing a therapist or you're paying for a therapist, that shit is not genuine, you know. I say it in my other video too, bro, and it's like, dude, the therapist will deadass probably just tell you what you want to hear. You come back next time, they take more money. And yeah, bro, you know, the second you're healed, they don't make any money. So it's like, dude, they have no reason to actually fully heal you. And maybe that's the wrong way of thinking about it. Maybe that's a pessimistic way of thinking about it, you know. But that's just the way I see it, you know. And yeah, bro. In a month and a half, I'm gonna be in Albany. A year or two from now, let's hope. I want to be realistic, but let's hope I have like 1,000 Twitch subs. I'm averaging like 1,000 viewers. And yeah, bro, if I could achieve that in a year, bro, a year or two, hey, that's fine with me, you know. I know being the very best will take way longer than a year or two, but in a year or two, I want to be able to like spread awareness to this shit, bro, because a lot of people like really talk about mental health, but it's like, dude, you can't really like represent these people, bro, you know. And the one misconception I always see online is people think money will magically just like solve all your problems, you know, but it really does not, bro. I've hit a 90K month. I've hit a 40K month. I hit a 35K month. I've hit what I want to hit in life, you know, but it's like, it only solves money problems, bro, you know. With that money, bro, it's like, you just save it, reinvest it, buy some things you like, and then what, bro? Like, it's like, yes, I talk about this in different videos, so it's low-key just like repeating myself, but yes, it'll help people who have like absolutely nothing, and they're like actually like right in the head, and, you know, they're sad because they have no money, but, you know, it'll help those people. But for me, I don't know, bro. I feel like I was way happier when I was broke, you know. And that's just the way I see it. And yeah, bro. By happier, I don't mean I was really happy, because, bro, my whole life I've always been sad, you know, and I've always just like learned to just deal with it and just move on to the next, and just do the best you can with every day, you know. And that's just how I see life. And yeah, bro, let's hope in a year or two I have 1,000 viewers. I have 1,000 subs on Twitch. You know, just have my little tight-knit community where I could just like talk about things, help out the viewers, you know, help out people who might be struggling, you know, help out people who are like me, you know, who might be depressed, might be dealing with things, and I want to help them before they take on a ugly obsession like Lux Maxing, like some other shit. Cause I seen a video online that just talking about it, and I was like, maybe it's true, you know. I seen a video where it was talking about people who are truly sad or depressed will cling on to like the most extreme of ideals, to like try and fix the thing, but in the end it'll never fix itself, because taking some shit to the extreme is not it, you know. It's like the balance. I'm not sure if that makes any sense. It probably doesn't, but you know, yeah. That's that. I graduate in about 10 days. No, 10 days school ends, and then another 10. So in 20 days, I'll be on the stage on Hofstra getting my diploma, graduating. And yeah, feel me? Yeah, bro. I hope by the time I graduate, I get this filler dissolved, because I just look like a monster right now, and I just look better overall, you know. A more realistic goal that I want to have by the end of this year is hopefully get to like 50K followers. And yeah, bro. To that avail, I'll do everything I can in my power, because I'll be in college. I'll have so much free time. I'll continue dropshipping, you know, but once I'm in college, I might put less time into it, just enough money to where I can get by. If I can make like 10K profit every single month, I'm fine, bro, you know. I don't need the big numbers like these other guys who dream big, you know. And that's another thing I want to say, bro. Like, everybody should dream big in life, bro. You should never dream of aiming for the bare minimum, you know. I want to be like the best looking guy there is. I want to have the best car that I could physically get in my current situation, you know. And yeah, bro, you know, I never want to settle with just passing or just being average, you know. I really do believe you should strive and try and become the best you can in your respective field. And yeah, bro. Like everyone else, I have dreams of being the biggest streamer. And to be the biggest streamer, you will have to like really stand out and be unique. But yeah, feel me? Before that, I want to at least get like 1,000 people in the chat. Like, just yeah, that's crazy, bro. Like 1,000 people is like, dude, that is so many people, bro. If you put 1,000 people in my room right here, I don't even think they will fit, bro. But yeah, Streamer University 2 is coming out. I know damn well I'm not getting into that bit, bro. So I'm not even gonna try. But yeah, you know, next up, my next short-term step is next Thursday. I get this filler dissolved, and yeah, I continue to lean max, because filler was clearly a mistake. I just lost $5,000 for no reason, because this shit just looks uncanny. Like it's too wide, bro. Like, it doesn't look good, bro. There's no harmony. Like, it's a bunch of good features, but none of this shit is harmonious, and that shit's like what's really fucking with me, bro. And yeah, bro. See y'all then. And yeah, bro. See y'all then, and just like, you know, enjoy life, bro. Feel me? Like, I'm really just obsessed, bro. You know, no one should be as obsessed as me. And yeah, bro. It's always good to do shit in moderation, but you know, taking it to the extreme is what it sometimes takes. Like I've said in previous videos, and I will ascend, bro. Thank you.